Hi everybody, Tex-Mex here. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I'm very excited. I'm going to shoot a rifle that's new to me. Well, it's a new rifle. I just bought it. They went on sale for a short period of time and I really wanted to pick one up. It's a Marlin 1894 in 357 Magnum. Now I love 357 Magnum. I love lever guns in 357 Magnum. I've done videos with the Henry, with the Rossi, and now I'm getting to make a video with this Marlin. Now one of the reasons I bought the Marlin was I had scoped my Henry and was testing different ammunitions at 50 yards, and it wasn't doing terrible, but it really wasn't as accurate as I would have liked. And maybe it's possible that's about as accurate as 357 will be with the type of ammunition I was using at 50 yards or so, but it sort of encouraged me to try a different rifle and see if I could do better. And although I know this is going to bother some of you, is I like to put a scope on it because I would actually like to use this for hunting, and not long range hunting, but at my age and my eyes, even shooting 50, 75 yards, having a scope on there, if I'm trying to take a neck shot or a shoulder shot on a hog or something of that sort, having a small scope's gonna just make it that much easier for me. But today I just basically wanted to put a few rounds through it. I haven't shot this rifle yet. I brought some 357 and some 38 special. We're gonna try them both out. Now, as far as initial impressions, it's really, really nice. I like the wood on it. The fit and finish seems to be excellent. The action for a brand new rifle seems very, very smooth. Obviously, with the newer models, you have the crossbow safety, although you do still have a half cock with the Marlin models. So you've got the half cock there, so you can have half cock and the crossbow safety if you like. And of course the loading gate. So all in all, it looks beautiful. I will say that. The finish is nice, the bluing is nice, the wood is nice. Now, as far as the specifications, since I don't have them at my fingertips, I'm going to put them on the screen now for this specific rifle. Now what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and we're going to test fire it. I'm not necessarily going to be checking for accuracy. I just want to see how it functions. I'm going to shoot some 357 and 38 special. I'm set up at 50 yards right now from another shoot I was doing just to see how I'm hitting. I will put up a target down there and fire some 357 at it. We'll fire some 38 special at it, see how it groups just with the iron sights. And as I said, some point down the line, I'll put a scope on this and do a test shooting different types of ammunition to see how it groups with the different bullet style. But for now, let me go ahead and get my camera set up and we'll see how well it does just hitting paper at 50 yards. We're going to start with the 357. It is this Federal American Eagle 158 grain jacketed soft point. Let's see how they load. We'll try that first. I've got 6 rounds here. So, if I can keep them in my hand. So let's put the first one in. I've been told by old cowboys the way to do it is you have to use the following round to push in the first round. Yeah, that seems to make it work a lot easier. I should always listen to those old cowboys. They know what they're talking about. Although I guess you can't do that with the final round, but with all the rounds beforehand. Let's see here. Yeah, it's loading pretty well. I mean, this is the first time I've loaded this rifle. All I did was spray it out a little bit to make sure there wasn't any gunk inside of it. But yeah, loading gate, relatively smooth. No real problem there. Let's fire them off at the target. Okay, we're gonna load the first round. Yeah, loads real nice. Let's see how this is. Do I need to adjust this camera a little bit? Yeah, maybe a little higher. There we go. It's got the buckhorn sights. The brass bead front. This is 50 yards, so it's a good distance. Probably should have started this at a closer range, but I want to see if I can even hit that target. I think it's hitting a little low. Oh, had a little trouble there. Didn't quite load it in. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, it's loading fine now. Now I'm having a little bit of issues. But maybe not cycling it all the way. but it's having a little bit of trouble cycling it. I'll try to do the next round facing the camera. Show you my cycle. So that one didn't eject great. Oh, see, that worked okay. Try that again. That one did much better. Should be the last round. Whew. Boy, that's fun. Well, let's go see where we're hitting. I think I might be hitting really low. It's hard to tell. My eyes can't really see at this distance. But yeah, let's go check it out. Here we are at our target. It grouped pretty well, at least 5 of them. I can tell you with that front bead, I was trying to just sort of place it here in the center. At 50 yards, it's really, really far. But the other 5, so one hit really, well, just a little low from point of aim. The others hit much lower, but actually grouped pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's 6. So all in all, not bad. For some reason, the elevation was just really different on this one. Maybe I jerked one of the shots, but the rest seemed to really be hitting here, down here, really, really, I mean, consistently. So let's shoot at the, I'm gonna raise the elevation, and we'll shoot the 38 special at this one, see if I do any better. Now, before I adjust the elevation on this rifle, I wanted to test by checking the trigger real quick, see what kind of weight it has on there. So I've got my Wheeler gauge here. Let's do a 3 test, see what we get. 5 pounds, 10 ounces. Oh, cock that back. Five pounds, 15.5 ounces. So getting really close to 6 pounds here. £6, 4.1 ounces. For an average of 5 pounds, 15.2 ounces. So yeah, I mean, a relatively heavy trigger, but pretty much standard for a lever action. I'm pretty sure there are some springs I could change out here to lighten the trigger, but I don't intend to do that at this time. It's actually a pretty decent trigger for what it is. And considering the issue I've had after attempting to change the spring out on my Marlin 39A, I'm hesitant to do it on anything at this point. But here, as far as elevation goes, it's very simple. You've got the buckhorn sight back here. That does it fold down? Yeah, it does fold down. So if you want to put a scope on it, it folds down, so you can use that. Once again, rule of 4s. So front sight opposite, rear sight same. I need the point of impact to go up, so my rear sight to go up. So just push the little elevation adjuster here. I'm going to do it a couple of notches, and I've raised it there quite a bit. And now my point of impact should be higher, which is good because I expect that 38 Special would have normally hit even lower than the 357 Magnum. So let me go ahead and get that loaded up. Now I've got my 38 Special. This is just a lead round nose. It's also 158 grains. I push the first one in, then use the subsequent rounds to push them in, as I was taught. And I'll put in 6 rounds as well. Yeah, and the loading gate's pretty easy. It's not terribly stiff. I'm sure these are things that will lighten up over time as I use it more. These are the first rounds I've put through it, so for being the first round, it's actually working pretty good. Okie doke. Let me get my ears on, and we can put these rounds downrange. Okay, loading the first round on the right target. Huh. I don't see an impact point. Am I hitting so incredibly low that I didn't even hit the target? I think that's possible. Let me try another round. I got plenty of ammunition. We can do this again. No, I think I am hitting. I think it's hitting to the left. Let's see here. Huh. I'm having a little issue cycling this rifle. Now that may be me. Maybe I'm not cycling it correctly. I may be short stroking it. I'm not sure. Yeah, if I really pay attention to make sure I'm pulling the lever all the way, it's fine. I'm probably short stroking it. Yep, I'm sure that's exactly what I was doing. That's 6. Let's go take a look at our target. Well, my apologies. I just see that I was not running my target camera. I thought I had set it off, but apparently I did not. I had just switched out the battery in it. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but here are our results, and actually pretty good. 2 hits a little bit to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 really close here. So not bad. I'm actually liking these results quite a bit. Since I was doing so well with these 38 specials and I didn't have a chance for y'all to see me hitting on target, I'm going to shoot the 38 specials back on this target over here since the center is relatively clean. I'm going to fire 6 more rounds. That way you can see it hit the 38 special. And then we'll wrap up this video. So like I said, we're going to load in 6 more rounds of the 38 special. This should be 6 right here. 6 rounds in. I'm pretty sure I turned my target camera on this time. Let me adjust my camera here. Make sure it doesn't fall off the table from the recoil. There's very little recoil with the 38 special. 357 is significantly more powerful. But they're both fun to shoot. And when I finally scope this thing, I'm going to try it with the 357 since that's what I'm going to hunt with. That's 1. Yeah, I'm not having problems with the cycling anymore. You just have to make sure you're not short stroking it. That you're pulling the lever all the way forward and back. I think this is going to be 6. And that's 6. God, this is a lot of fun. Okay, let's go take a look at our target. And here we are at our target, and boy oh boy, let's see here. If I remember correctly, I think that was the first 357, and then the rest of them grouped here. Maybe that wasn't the first, but that was one of the 357s. The rest grouped here, and these are the 38 specials. 50 yards, open sights. First time I've used this rifle. That's the well, let's see, 6, 12, 18. So I shot a dozen rounds first, and then this was the following 6 that I've shot through this rifle, and it's shooting great. Even without a scope, I'm getting them on target really nice. I still do plan to scope it, mainly just because I want to see which type of ammunition it likes the best as far as 357. And like I said, this isn't going to be just a play gun where I run around with a cowboy hat like the old days when I used to ride horses more before they bucked me off a few times. And I decided that I much preferred to either be on foot or use an ATV. But since it's going to be a practical gun that I may try to take medium game, such as hogs, I really want to make sure I'm hitting where I'm aiming. And open sights are great, but let me tell you, as you get older, especially past your 50s, as I remember my father back in the day, I remember at some point when I was growing up that he started putting a scope on everything. And now, Dad, I miss you dearly, and I understand why you started scoping all your rifles at a certain age, and now I'm at that age. So yeah, just to be more practical with it, I want to scope it. So it's not going to be a powerful scope. It'll probably be a 3x7 or a 2x7, 7 being the maximum magnification that I would need on a rifle of this sort. Because as I said, I wouldn't be shooting at anything past, you know, maybe 100 yards max, most likely low, much closer than that when I'm using a 357 as a hunting round. But and with a scope on it, I'll be able to get a better feel of which ammunition it likes the most, which one it groups the best with, and then I can decide which one I would want to use to actually hunt with. But a great rifle, these Marlins. Well, okay, so they were Marlin, and then they became Ramlins, right? So is this a Ruglin? So the new Ruglin 357 Magnum lever action, out of the box, beautiful, great fit and finish, beautiful wood, beautiful bluing. Everything looks like it's real nice and tight. And accuracy wise, for the first rounds I've shot out of it, they're doing great. They are really doing well. I'm very happy with this purchase. And anyway, like I said, keep tabs on my channel. Hopefully in the next few months, I'll get the video out where I put a scope on it and we test it out. Other than that, I hope everyone is out there having fun, staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.